Argentine prosecutor Alberto Nisman led the investigation into the 1994 terror attack against the Jewish Community Center of Buenos Aires. 85 people were killed, hundreds injured. Appointed in 2004 by the Argentine President Nestor Kirchner's administration, Nisman began to collect evidence and arrived at the conclusion that the terror plot originated in Iran and was executed by its Lebanese proxy Hezbollah. But a strange thing happened in 2013. Behind closed doors, Argentina and Iran signed a memorandum of understanding to investigate the 1994 attack together, even though it was already presumed that it had been perpetrated by none other than Iran. For Nisman, this was a stab in the back, a betrayal, and an act of treason by the same government that had previously appointed him. So he redoubled his efforts and continued with his probe. Only this time, he focused on the president and high-ranking officials. On January 14th, 2015, he announced what he defined as the criminal plot.
On
January 2011, President Fernández de Kirchner orders her foreign minister to clear the Iranians from the AMIA case.
Nisman probed Iran's deep infiltration of the government echelons by agents who acted on Iran's behalf. 4 days later and 12 hours before appearing in Parliament to present his case before the Argentine Congress, prosecutor Alberto Nisman was found dead in a pool of blood with a gunshot wound to his head. President Cristina Fernández de Kirchner and her supporters immediately announced that it was suicide. Many in the public considered it murder. In an interview with I-24 News' Damian Pachter, Ram Ben Barak, the former deputy of the Israeli intelligence agency Mossad and director general of the Ministry of Intelligence Services at the time of Nisman's death, suggested Israel has information regarding those responsible for the prosecutor's murder. Could Iran be behind the prosecutor's death?
It's a possibility, yes. For sure, they have a very big interest that he will not go with his report. They have the motivation to do it for sure.
Asked whether Israel would have acted to prevent Nisman's death if it had precise intelligence beforehand, the former Mossad deputy director was categorical.
Of course. What a question. Of course. Israel, when they have information about terror attack, not only if it's the target is a Israeli target or Jewish target even if it's not, we are always act to avoid that because we think the terror it's something that you have to fight against it.
And does Israel know who is behind Nisman's death?
I think that we have a very good reason to think that we know who did it, yes.
I-24 News asked another former Mossad member if he too thinks Iran was behind Nisman's death.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. It could be some local, domestic assassins, not necessarily Iranians.
Regardless of differences of opinion among former high-ranking Israeli intelligence officials as to who is responsible for Nisman's death, one thing is clear. This was not a suicide.